I think that everybody has something that tends to hold them back from furthering their education.
There were a lot of challenges going back to school full-time with 4 kids at home. I would leave before they left for school in the morning and a lot of times come home after they were already home, and that was hard.
Some said, "What do you go for?" Some said, "Oh, you're too old to go to school. Old people cannot learn."
I was born in Bosnia in 1998, shortly after a terrible genocide happened. We were being persecuted for our religion. My family's Muslim, and my parents fled the country to come to the United States with only $100 and what we had on our backs, nothing else really.
After I graduated high school, I actually started college. I didn't really know where I was going, what I wanted to go into. So I finally, just a week or so in, decided I didn't want to be there and dropped out.
While everyone else was thinking and saying, yeah, I just got accepted to this university, I'm doing this, I'm going this way, I wasn't really thinking about that. I was just thinking about this stigma that immigrants are not meant for college. I kept hearing that from friends and even some advisors back in high school saying that, yeah, I don't know if college is really gonna be for you. So 18-year-old Gabe, he was definitely not thinking about college.
I was one of the top students in all of my classes, but I stopped myself from ever achieving anything because I didn't believe I could. And I left school in my senior year.
I think everyone has like their own battle. Whether it doesn't have to be coming here as a refugee, it can be like just finances or just anything that's different about them.
I looked back, and the point I was at that time, I had just moved into my own apartment, got a promotion, and I looked back and I was kind of like, well, I've gotten here from being literally homeless and a ton of trauma with all of the PTSD, and then if I could get here, why can't I do more?
Even though all the stigma surrounding immigrants and not being really quote-unquote fit for higher education, my mom really made that push. My mom forced me literally to campus to go and meet with an advisor. So if it would not been for my mom, I would have never started attending college.
I felt like I was going backwards because I wasn't the mom that I had been before. It's like 10 o'clock at night and I'm tired and I have a test tomorrow and they have a test tomorrow and I know that they need my help. And it was at those points where I just felt like I just can't do this. I can't.
I've had food that just does not come out the way that I want it to, but that doesn't mean that it's necessarily a failure. And there's a difference between failing and not having things turn out the way that you expect them to.
Even though I was a baby when I came to the States, I've seen how much my parents had to struggle. If my parents could have came from Bosnia, I can go to college and I can get a degree and I can become really anyone who I want to be if I really try.
I feel like I became a student again. I never feel like I'm old. That is the best part.
You reach your potential by telling yourself what you can do, not by listening to what everyone else says you can't do.
My good grades are not because I'm smart. They're because I want to show my kids that they can be mothers and they can do more if they feel like they won't need to. If that's their need, then they should be able to do it and they should see that they can do it.
For me, success is just the fact that I keep putting one foot in front of the other and I make it happen. As long as one foot keeps going, I'm gonna make it.
I think the simple fact that my family made a lot of sacrifice to get here where we at today, I think that's what motivates me.
Find what motivates you, have that push you, and just keep going till you actually get somewhere and you can look back and say, hey, I did this.
I knew deep down that if I could get through this, I would come out at the other end a better mom. And that even though there were things that I had to give up, I knew I was also setting an example for them of how important education is.
It is never too late to learn. You should learn and use it.